Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I want to lay down my expenses for you, do a weekly check-in. So I'm going to be using the stickers that came with this monthly kit, and this is the last month that they'll have the Build You stickers included. And then I'm going to be using the new colors of my expense trackers that I've just put out. So these are the 4 new colors available, and they're kind of offcuts. So if you notice that some of them look a bit wonky, that's why. You won't get ones that look wonky. It's just I'm using it up because you know, that stuff costs money and I may as well use it myself. So today is the 11th, but Robert gets paid every Thursday. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do from the 1st to the 9th, and that's what we're going to be checking in. I haven't wrote anything out in advance, so yeah. Also, I just noticed that I need to get some no spends. No, that's not right, is it? These are the no spends. Some no spend stickers with you, because I do have maybe like 1 or 2. So the first one, Tuesday the 1st, that was a no spend day. So straight off the bat I can put down my no spend. Fancy. So for the second had a bill, and it was our rent. So our rent came out on the 2nd, and I'm not sharing the total of our rent with you. If you had seen my scheduled or my planned budget for September, and that's just something like lots of people do that sort of stuff where they don't share all of the figures, but in general I'm sharing most everything. So that was the 2nd. So the 3rd, a couple of things happened. So I have to choose which of these I want as the groceries. So I'm just going to go with this first one here. So just going to be groceries. So we went to Centra, and in Centra there was €10.61 spent. And there. So that's Centra. Also there was a trip to Lidl. Why I did 2 trips on the same day, no idea. $27.83 into Lidl. So like that. And then something that was totally not what we were planning for this month, but it is what it is. Basically Robert needed to, his motorbike basically is irreparable. It will cost us a lot more money than the bike is worth to repair it. So we made the decision to buy a new motorbike, a new to us motorbike, and we had to use 1,100 of our emergency fund. So I'm just going to write motorbike, and yeah, it's just something that we had to do. It's not ideal, but in order for him to get to work every single day, and for us to have a mode of transport here at home, it was what we had to do. So 1,100 went into that, and it is what it is, you know. There's, as I said, there's not much we can do about it. Also on the 3rd we had some medical, so I'm just going to write Calpol, because basically Ava went to school on Monday, on the 1st to the 2nd, and the 31st to 2nd. Oh my god, the 31st of August, the 1st and 2nd of September. And then she, on this day here, she was saying that she had a bit of a sore throat, but I put it down to the fact that she was playing with a neighbor and she was screaming and shouting because she was having so much fun, and she was like on a bouncy castle. So I put it down to that, and then all of a sudden when she came home, the sneezing and the snotting and all the stuff that goes with a head cold came along. So we had to pick up some Calpol for her, which is like the medicine that you give kids. So that all happened on the 3rd. On the 4th, nothing happened, so that's a true no spend day. And these again are offcuts as well, so that's why I'm kind of like struggling to take one. And I'm going to put one here on the 2nd too, because even though our rent came out, I didn't physically spend any money. Like this day here, I physically went to the shop and spent money, but this was just like an automated thing that came out. So then we move on to the 5th. On the 5th, we had Robert, his new bike just needed one thing that needed to be fixed on it. So we just got those things, they're called fork seals. So we just bought everything we needed for those, and he done that, and it's now working perfectly. And he's much happier with this, and I'm much happier too, because as I said to him, you can buy a new bike, but if it starts costing us money, there's gonna be trouble, dude. Like, obviously I know like most things do need some sort of like changing of oil and all that sort of stuff, but you know, you don't want to be paying lots of money. So the 5th, that's that only thing on that day. Then on the 6th, we had some groceries. So there was Tesco's, and in Tesco I spent $26.65. So that was that one. $26.65. That was the only thing there. On the 7th, we went to Centra, and we got something for €3.50. Don't really know what that was now, to be honest, but we did anywho. So we got that there. Also on the 7th, we got some bike petrol. Robert picked up some bike petrol. It was only €10. So that's that. Then on the 8th was a no spend day. Keep picking up the wrong ones. Where are my no spends go? Here. Let's see, can I get one out? No, I don't think so. Ugh. This is why I'm using them, because they're impossible to get out. The 8th was a no spend. And then back over to the last day that we're going to be checking in here, and it is the 9th. And on the 9th we had some I got some like outdoor trousers for Ava that she'll be using either in play school or at home. We have a pair from last year, but we need them in both places, so that's why I picked up a pair when they were there, and either for preschool or for home. So then we had some car petrol, and it was €20.01 for car petrol. Then we had, finally, I think it's the final thing, went to Lidl, and we spent $27.98. On this day. So let me just check my list here. So we open this back up again, and then zoom you out a little bit. So we had Centra, and Lidl those days. Then on the 6th we had Tesco's, the 7th we had Centra, and on the 9th we had Lidl. We had our rent, we had, oh yeah, also on this day here, so use the sinking fund, we had to pay motorbike insurance. Robert's policy was up, it's starting on the 14th, so we just paid it in advance for the new bike as well. And some motorbike insurance, and it was €238.09. So €238.09. On the 5th we then had the fork seals. On the 3rd we had the Calpol. On the 9th we had the outdoor stuff. We bought the motorbike on this day here. Petrol was this day and this day. Yep, that's everything. So now what I do is I get a weekly check-in. I flip to the back here beside the budget, and I do the weekly check-in section here. So I'll be doing that right now. So we're going to do the weekly check-in section. As I said, you flip here to the back, and we do it beside the budget. So I'm going to just use this rose one from Kit Tree, and you can find this on my Etsy shop if you're interested. So I'm not very good at laying stuff down. If you've been watching for a while, you'll know that everything always goes really crooked. So we're gonna have week 1. Okay, so week 1 we are going from the 1st to the 9th of September. And we're gonna get this. First we're gonna draw a little thing there, actually, yeah. Then we're going to do this, and then this. Okay, so what we're gonna have as we're gonna have groceries. Groceries is always one that we need to what, GROCE, forgot to spell it there. So groceries is one that we're gonna track. We're gonna track our petrol as well. We're pretty good at our petrol, but I always just like to do it because it is one that varies. And then we are going to check our dining out, and then anything that was unbudgeted. So yeah, I suppose, yeah, so that's what we're gonna do for these ones. Okay, so what you do is you grab a calculator and you just go back and you calculate how much. That's why we color code these. So you can see here it was $27.83 for Lidl, $10.61. Oh, we have $26.65, $3.50, and $27.98, which makes $96.57 is what we spent in week 1. So $96.57, and over here you can see we wanted €400. So if we take away 400 from it, we have $303.43 remaining. Okay, so probably can't see that because I'm not zooming in correctly. So $303.43. Okay, so now we flip onto the petrol. So for petrol we had €10 for the bike and $20.01 for the car. So that made that $30.01, and it was 160 is what we wanted. So we take away that $30.01 and we're left with $129.99. And I'm just gonna leave that like that. At the end it will like even out. So that we had no dining out. So I'm just gonna take off these ones that we've done. Again, these are offcuts, so it's pretty terrible. We had no dining out and we had no unbudgeted either. This here, it was the emergency fund. Essentially it was an unbudgeted item. So I don't know, should I include this as unbudgeted, but it was taken from our emergency fund and pretty much finishes off our emergency fund. These orange ones here are our sinking funds. So that came from, we have an insurance sinking fund, we have medical, we have car and bike maintenance, and then we have clothing. So they're from them, but it's just this one, while it came from emergency fund, it was very much not budgeted for. So yeah, I'd be interested to hear what you think on that. Is it something that I should look at? Yeah, let me know. So then week 2. So week 2 is going to be from the 10th to the 16th. And again, it's grocery, petrol, dining out, and unbudgeted. And then we have 17 to the there and there to the there. So we have 4. Yeah, I was just trying to work out whether I could leave spaces or not, but I think I can. So if we do this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'd be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the totals, because we don't have 5 weeks this week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Swim. Like that. So that's how the weekly check-in section will look. It's very pretty. I love this design here. But anyways, as you can see, 96.57 was spent on groceries, 30 euros and 1 cent was spent on petrol. Nothing on dining out, which means we still have 40 euros remaining. And I am unsure about this unbudgeted with the emergency fund of the motorbike. So let me know your thoughts on that, on what I should do. Half of me thinks I should put it as a unbudgeted because, you know, we did spend, actually, you know what, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. So yeah, there we go. So that is today's video. That is our weekly check-in with laying down our expenses. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Let me know if this is something that you do on a weekly or fortnightly basis. I always think that it is really key to staying on budget, to make sure that you are hitting these targets that you've set yourself here. You need to be checking what you're spending and how much is remaining and whether your bills are coming out as they're supposed to and all that sort of stuff. So having this kind of calendar view, now it doesn't have to be in a planner, it can be just print a calendar and you write it down, or you just purchase these stickers and on your printed calendar you just put them on. yourself as a way of checking it out. As you know, obviously I have this planner, but I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be doing for 2021, because, you know, there's so many options out there and so many ways to do it, and why not explore something different if I can, or just get in a really nice planner. So that's it, guys. That is the expenses and the weekly check-in. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.